BSc CBCS semester 2 data structures using present topic is introduction to a list, linked list, dynamic memory allocation. Here a list is a collection of elements. We can add, delete or search an element in a list. A list is a linear collection of data items. While processing data, values should be stored and processed in an organized manner. Here, a list can be represented by using arrays or linked lists. Lists are implemented using linked lists or arrays. Array is a collection of similar elements. They are stored or arranged in contiguous memory locations. Each array has a linear relationship between data elements. It is evident from the physical relationship of data in the memory. It is very clear. In an array, all the elements are stored in contiguous memory location. And we can also compute individual element memory locations or address of the individual elements in an array very easily. And it is very difficult to insert and delete an element in an array. Because of we want to insert an element in a particular location of the array, we need to shift some of the elements to accommodate newly inserted element. ఒక ఎలిమెంట్ ఇన్సర్ట్ చేయాలి అనుకుంటే ఏం చేయాలి? ఆ ఎలిమెంట్ ఏ లొకేషన్ లో ఇన్సర్ట్ చేయాలనుకున్నా ఆ లొకేషన్ ఎంప్టీ చేయడం కోసం కొన్ని ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఏం చేయాలి? మనం షిఫ్ట్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది టువర్డ్స్ రైట్. We want to delete an element from a particular location of the array. We should shift elements downwards to accommodate empty location, to utilize empty location. It is very difficult in array. Another way of storing a list of elements is linked representation. Linked representation. In linked representation, each node, each element is represented as a node. Here, each node has two fields. One is data field and another one is a link field. Each element in a list contains a field called link or pointer field. Link field or pointer field. Here, link field or pointer field contains address of the next element in the list. Next element in the list. The successive elements in the list need not occupy adjacent memory spaces. In an array, all the elements are stored in contiguous memory locations. They occupy adjacent memory spaces. But all the elements in a linked list need not to occupy adjacent memory spaces. This type of data structure is called a linked list. Here, all the elements of the linked list are joined or arranged in linear fashion by means of pointers. Pointers connects one node with another node. Here, linked list is the most commonly used data structure. It is used to store similar type of data in memory. The elements of a linked list are not stored in adjacent memory locations as in array. Array lo etla aithe manaku adjacent memory locations lo store ayana ala store avalsina avasaram ledu. It is a linear collection of data elements called nodes. Each data element is called a node. Here, where the linear order is implemented by means of pointers. Pointers ద్వారా మనం linear order లో వాటిని arrange చేస్తాం. A linked list allocates memory for storing list elements and connects elements together using pointers. In a linear or single linked list, it contains two fields in each node. First field is called data field and the second field is called next field. Data field holds the list element and a link field holds or it stores the address of the next node in the list. Here, a pointer to the head node is used to gain the access of the list. It always points to the first node in the list. Here, the next part of the last node is denoted by using null pointer. If the next field contains a null pointer, then it indicates the end of the list. Here, node has two parts. One is data part and another one is the next part. Next part contains the address of the next node in the list. Here, each node is defined by using a structure. Here, struct node, it contains the two fields. One is the data field, another one is next field. Next field is a pointer. Here, data is an integer type variable. Next is a link of type structure node. It points to the next node in the list. It can hold address of a pointer of type structure node. Structure node. Right? Here, these nodes are created by using dynamic memory allocation whenever it is needed. Here, dynamic memory allocation allows us, this technique allows us to allocate memory whenever it is needed at runtime. We can also release unwanted space at runtime. Here, there is a number of memory management functions, malloc, ealloc, free and realloc. Malloc, ealloc functions are used to allocate memory at runtime whenever it is needed. Free function is used to free previously allocated memory by using malloc or ealloc. Whenever operations onto the allocated memory is completed, we should give it back to the operating system to allocate the same memory for different applications. Okay. Next, realloc function. Realloc function modifies the size of the previously allocated memory space by using malloc or ealloc functions. Okay. Allocating a block of memory. Here we can allocate a block of memory by using a malloc function. It reserves a number of bytes of memory and returns a pointer to the system that is of type void. It returns a void pointer. A malloc function returns a void pointer. We should convert that void pointer into our required type depending on our element by using a typecast operator. Here, pointer equal to typecast operator followed by a pointer or asterisk malloc byte size. It allocates a number of bytes of memory and converts it into typecast type pointer and assigns it to the pointer variable. For example, x equal to int asterisk malloc 100 into size of int. Here x is a pointer of type integer. Here malloc allocates 100 into size of integer. Here size of integer equal to 2 bytes. It allocates 100 into 2, 200 bytes of memory and converts that void pointer returned by the malloc function into integer pointer and assigns that address to pointer variable x. Okay, here x represents the address of the first byte of the allocated memory. First byte of the allocated memory or starting address of the allocated memory. We can also allocate multiple blocks of memory by using calloc function. The calloc function is used to allocate memory for derived data types at runtime. Here, malloc is also used for derived data types. Here, malloc requires only one argument, that is the number of bytes of memory to be reserved. That is the number of bytes of memory to be reserved. That is the number of elements into size of each element. Whereas CLOC function requires two arguments. One is the number of elements and another one is the size of each element. Here pointer equal to typecast operator CLOC n comma element size. Here n is the number of elements and element size is the size of each element. Here it allocates n blocks of contiguous space. It allocates contiguous memory locations for n element.